Hello, Tony Petra here again. We're working on the Time Traveler Dive Bomber guitar body. We're sanding it. It's going to be nice and smooth. Nice and smooth, I swear it. It's going to be beautiful. All my guitars are pretty beautiful. Sometimes the workmanship is not up to par, but we're doing the very best we can, and we'll filler in there. It's going to be nice and smooth. And if you remember this guitar, the reason why it was dubbed the Dive Bomber was because when we put the neck with the tuners on it, it just, it was a Time Traveler Dive Bomber. And the reason why is because it's a very lightweight, hollow body guitar, and so I left this area here open. I don't know what I'm going to put in there. I'm looking for some lead or maybe some nuts and bolts we'll screw in there and cover it over with some, filler. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to put some weight in there so it doesn't end up being a dive bomber. I don't like making a nice lightweight guitar heavier. I don't like that. But in this case, it's kind of an emergency. We don't want it to, boom anymore. Boy, it was really top heavy. It really was. But anyways, this is where we're at with this guitar. And here, let me show you something. Something more. Yes, sirree, Babaloo. Even the Time Traveler Dive Bomber guitar stands up by itself. And the name Time Traveler will stick because, of course, it has that compass and directional finder inside. I can't take that out. I built it in when I built it, so we're not going to change that. I like that too. But if you notice the shape, of the guitar? See the wings? The beautiful wings, like on a bomb? Yes, sirree! It has the shape of a bomb. So even if we do keep the name Time Traveler, it will always have the historic shape of a bomb. It will be a dive. It will, I don't know if we should keep the name Dive Bomber in the name. I don't know if we should Time Traveler Dive Bomber. That's pretty cool, but it might be too long. Anyways, I'm pretty happy today. Things are going pretty well. The guitar is coming along very smoothly. And so I'll leave everyone with this see you later and a big smile on my face. You won't see it very often. I normally have all kinds of problems, but today, the Time Traveler Dive Bomber is doing just fine. See you later. Oh, I love this thick coralloid paint, boy. I used it on the back of the diddly, and it was so nice and beautiful. Look how thick it is. It's so thick you could use. I'm using it as a primer here. I really don't know what color the back's going to be, but I'm just using it as a primer because you can just put a whole bunch of it on there. Let it dry, sand it, and look at that. It smooths everything out. It's nice and thick. So it's a perloid paint, and I'll put another layer on it and you won't know the difference. It'll look nice and smooth. So this is, what is this called? It's pearlescent. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pearlescent paint. Very cool. I use it for different reasons. It's nice and thick, so, it's so thick. I'm using it as a primer here. See? See, I'll sand this down, put another layer on it, and it'll come out nice and smooth. Oh, what the hell is that little hole there? Fills little holes in too. See that? Beautiful! I love it. Okay. Hello, Tony Petra here again. Today is a very special day. We're going to find out if the Time Traveler Dive Bomber guitar is still a dive bomber. As you can see, I added extra weight. This wood here is extra on both sides. I added extra weight here. And now we put some extra hardware there, the washers and bolts for extra weight. I'm not going to put a hell of a lot more weight on this guitar. I wouldn't want to do that. But now we want to find out if it's still going to be a dive bomber. Ah! Whoa! Boom! Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, my gosh. It seems that there's nothing I can do. The body is so beautiful and lightweight and hollow. You can't put tuners at the top, especially locking tuners, these great Traveler branded locking tuners. I wish I could use them, but we're not going to be able to use them this time. We'll wait for another project. This will be a headless, it will be chopped, but the remembrance, the history of the fact that this was a dive bomber, because it's not going to be a dive bomber when I'm finished. It's going to be perfectly balanced like all the other guitars. And but the remembrance, the history of the fact that it was a dive bomber will be reflected in the shape of the guitar. Look at these wonderful bomb wings on the back. It's the shape of a bomb. That's what this is. It's got the shape of a bomb is what it's got. Boom. Boom. No, it's not going to be a dive bomber anymore. Tony Petra signing out. We'll keep you informed.